Here on Raw, he must have some major news to share.
Let's hear what the game has to say.
As you all know, we've been building a new era in WWE, a direction that's bolder than anything you've ever seen before. But to forge this path, we need talent who can rise to the occasion. Whether that's someone who's already here or an outsider ready to step in and lead the charge. Who is gonna be the superstar to lead us to that next level? Well, we're gonna answer that question starting next Monday on Raw with the WWE Draft.
The WWE Draft kicks off next Monday. That's huge news.
Raw and SmackDown GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have decisions to make that will shape the future of WWE. Now, I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but as a chief content officer, I'm gonna drop a couple of hints about who I think will be selected #1 overall and become the leader of this new era. This individual is going to be a force in the women's division for years to come. I've seen her potential for greatness already as the top star of another promotion. That's right, I think you know who I'm talking about. They could be the next AJ Styles, the next Jade Cargill, or better yet, carve their own path to lead the new era of WWE. It all starts at the draft when we take the next step in WWE's revolution.
The CCO just alluded to the fact that we might have a rival promotion star going #1 overall.
Oh, I can't wait for draft night.
Hello there. So nice to finally meet you. I'm Troy Simpkin, seasoned and esteemed WWE producer.
Hey, Troy. Nice to meet you, too.
We are so excited for your arrival in WWE. And by the way, I've heard how things are handled where you're coming from, and this is going to be a breath of fresh air. Nothing but professionalism on this side of the fence.
Don't believe everything you read online, but that's good to know. So, what's the plan?
We want your impending debut at the draft to stay top secret. So to keep all the internet sleuths guessing, management thought it would be a good idea for you to compete for another promotion one last time. So, where do you want to go?
I think a match on the US indie scene would get people talking. Can you book me in TBD?
Sure thing. Just don't get injured. And a win would be nice. We'd look like idiots if our big free agent lost before their debut.
Got it. I'll take care of business.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Hey! It's been a bit. How have you been?
Busy. Good to see you again, Jade. You've been on one hell of a run in WWE. Not that I'm surprised. When we worked together, I always knew you were destined for big things.
I appreciate that. And from what I'm hearing, you might be following in my footsteps.
Oh, maybe. You never know where I'll show up next.
Really? Because I just saw you talking to a WWE producer. But if you don't want to say, I respect that.
Thanks, Jade. See you soon. Maybe.
What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft.
And it just got even bigger. It's the hottest free agent in wrestling.
Are the rumors true? Are they going to be the #1 pick?
We'll find out soon enough.
Thanks for taking the time to answer a couple questions before the draft. I know you just got here and must be getting pulled in 100 different directions, so I'll try to make this quick.
No problem. And it's Kathy, right? Good to meet you.
You too. Well, you've competed all over the world and most recently were a star for a rival company. What personality traits led to your success?
Everything I do has a purpose. People like to say they're 2 steps ahead. Well, I'm 20. You can't survive on sheer strength and athleticism. You need to be scheming and calculated.
I can see how that got you here. So then, what can you say about the rumors that you'll be selected #1 overall tonight?
I'd say it's something I can use in my favor. Perception is reality, right? Well, if I'm #1, that just makes my opponents perceive me to be that much tougher to beat. I'll use any advantage I can get.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations, especially with everything lined up tonight.
I've got all the angles covered. Kind of like this wrestler I used to watch growing up. What was his nickname? The Cerebral Assassin?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I guess he didn't amount to much.
Good one. I gotta get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, SmackDown is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the #1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one.
Talk about making a splash. Nick Aldis got himself a generational talent.
We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype.
Good luck topping this, Raw.
Stand by, there's some kind of technical issue here.
Talk about ruining a moment.
What the heck?
Who was that?
Oh, where's security?
Can someone explain what just happened?
Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with authorities to get to the bottom of it. But Hunter says it seems like it was just a random, unstable individual.
Is this how things are handled over here in WWE? Maybe I would have been better off staying where I was.
I assure you that's not the case. You're in good hands with us.
So if it was a random person, what was with that stuff on the Tron?
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have just been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Better to focus on the positive and move on.
I can handle my own strategy on how to deal with this. Thanks.
I'll set up a match for you next week on SmackDown, and I'll make sure it's against a local competitor that you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
Hey, you all right?
I'm okay. I know we didn't cross paths too much at our former workplace, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
That attack came out of nowhere. Are you okay?
Hey, Troy. I'm a lot more angry than I am hurt.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. The perfect way to blow off a little steam.
You got any idea who was under that mask? Because that's who I'd like to get my hands on.
I do not. However, since I got promoted, which was definitely based on merit, not because Roman Reigns landed on me at WrestleMania and Triple H felt bad about my numerous injuries, I've been put in charge of booking the matches for our live events.
Congratulations?
You should be congratulating yourself, because I've got my eye on you to be the main attraction for our next big tour.
I appreciate it, Troy, but I'm focused on figuring out who jumped me and then enacting some very disproportionate revenge.
That's exactly why you should compete in some live event matches. It's the perfect opportunity to sharpen your skills and max out your abilities. Trust me, you won't believe the kind of rewards you'll get with live events.
Fine, Troy. Next time you have a live event opportunity, hit me up.
You're the best. Thanks so much. You'll find me waiting for you when I'm ready to book the next bunch of shows.
Can't wait.
The pressure to live up to the hype must be immense. Everyone's eyes are on the #1 pick's WWE debut tonight.
They are, but SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis has clearly set her up with an opportunity to come out of the gate strong.
Absolutely, Corey. She's got an amazing opportunity to put the events of last week's draft behind her and prove she was worthy of that top spot and all the hype.
And Starla falters there.
She's got to let it roll off her back and forge ahead.
Oh.
Snapmare takeover.
Basement kick to the side of the face.
Oh, connects on the kick. She escapes the attack.
Haymaker after haymaker. Oh, looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Oh! Who will break first? That is the question. Oof!
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up. Ooh! Fist after fist, neither one relenting here.
Oh, jeez, looking absolutely rocked. Piercing the throat. Here it comes, special delivery. Attitude adjustment.
Starla looks out of it.
Cover. What a resounding victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell? Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on.
I guess she's taking matters into her own hands.
Good, I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Roxanne Perez from NXT?
Why was she doing this?
We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
That's enough. Sit down and stay there. What are we going to do with her?
We're gonna get some answers, and we're gonna get them right now.
You have no idea.
Oh, I have a lot of ideas. And now we're going to start figuring out which one of them is accurate. Start talking.
The new era has arrived.
I know you like attention, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us, them, all of them.
Who is them? Did you convince some desperate lackey to be your sidekick?
Lardon.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking nobody out of here!
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
I think so too. Roxanne is a little out there, but I don't think she'd do this on her own. There's gotta be other people involved.
Exactly. And the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
Even though Roxanne Perez did not want to respond to questions last week, she has a lot to answer for tonight.
This is about more than just Roxanne, Saxton. She may have been acting alone, but the message being sent tonight is for all of WWE.
And that message is clear. These kind of attacks are over. Now it's up to our top draft pick to make sure that point hits home in the ring.
Snatching her opponent
into a power slam. She's had a lot thrown her way already.
This isn't anything you can't fight back from by any means. Oh yeah, she is feeling it. Her energy is contagious. Super kick! Not done yet! The Florida Keys! She's able to evade. Has them hooked.
Crossroads!
That could be curtains for Roxanne.
2 count. Amazing!
Not about to go quietly into the night.
That took some serious endurance, I'll give you that.
That was a great opportunity to put this one away, but it slipped right through her fingers. Anything Perez is trying is being suppressed.
This is where Roxanne will be tested.
She countered that into her own offense. Being driven down.
On the mark.
I can't imagine the pain being felt right now.
And in these situations, it's hard to not get desperate, to start going for Hail Mary plays, unleashing a barrage on their opponent.
She's going all out offensively now.
Right now, she's doing an excellent job executing her vision.
Wow, yeah, and Perez is busted open now.
And a disorienting blow to the head there.
Both sides with an answer to every piece of offense.
Has them hooked. Oh, cutter.
That's that. Game, set, match.
There's 2. This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Roxanne Perez and whatever this was all about.
Now what?
Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Nikita Lyons from behind. What is happening?
And now Roxanne Perez has recovered and is joining NXT's Nikita Lyons. Clearly Perez wasn't acting alone in all this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We got to get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Nick Aldis is trying to intervene.
Trick Williams with a chair.
And Aldis goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO are part of this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Adam Pearce, and we're going to work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said. About Triple H?
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
You're right. Punk's fired up about getting attacked and not thinking straight. He did have a point, though, that we have to be careful about who to trust.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
And it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who can step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from the Indies.
Okay. But how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We grew up together. When you know someone for that long, there's a trust that's been built up for years.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Wow, you came all the way here to an indie show to see me? must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Isn't fighting a rebellious mutiny exactly what lifelong best friends are for?
I thought they were more for exchanging birthday cards and the occasional random text. But maybe we could branch out.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
You know I'm ride or die with you. Let's do it.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
All right. You do that, and I'll get to strategizing.
Haven't changed a bit. So this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need the space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy. But for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this on the Indies, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best, which, in my case, is being bold and brash.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
We need to hit them harder than they hit us. Punch them right in the mouth so they know who they're messing with. They showed up here and caused chaos? Okay, we go to NXT and do the same thing, but worse.
I would have leaned toward having a more thought-out plan, but your way could work too. Let's do it. You ready?
We're gonna punch them right in the mouth.
Let's do this. What the hell?
Well, hello there. Have a good flight down. We were expecting you.
We were not expecting you.
For the uninitiated here, I'm Troy Simpkin, former WWE producer, now NXT Mutiny's top producer. We knew you'd be coming and we outsmarted you. NXT is clearly not broadcasting here tonight, and instead has moved to a secret, undisclosed location.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm afraid not. Man, you should see the looks on your faces.
Can I strangle him? I want to strangle him.
I'm just the messenger.
Well, we came all the way here. We're not going to leave empty-handed.
I think I see where this is going.
Yeah, we're taking Troy with us. He clearly knows more than he's letting on, and we could use him as a bargaining chip.
You're calling the shots.
This really isn't necessary. I'm just a producer. I'm clueless.
We know. You're coming with us.
Please be gentle.
NXT Mutiny, you one-upped us. Well played, moving the location of your show. But if you think you outsmarted us, think again. See, I've brought in someone to help even the sides, and he had a brilliant idea.
That's right. We have borrowed your top producer, Troy Simpkin. Say hello, Troy.
Hello? Help, please?
That's enough. So NXT Mutiny, if you want Troy back, show up to SmackDown and fight us. I have my debut match later tonight, and your buddy Troy will be out there at ringside.
And unlike you, we're not going to run and hide. We're going to be exactly where we say we are.
See you soon.
Please show up.
Here he is, making his WWE debut with what seems to be a 50% willing entourage.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 600 pounds, Aaron Slater!
This guy isn't just any random recruit. He and our recent #1 draft pick go way back. I'm guessing he and turncoat Troy Simpkin aren't as close.
Well, definitely not, Saxon, and that's not likely to change anytime soon. Seems he's picked up a few hosting tips from his old friend. They're showing Troy some hospitality, WWE style.
A drama-filled night. We haven't even begun the match. Let's get this one started. For most of us, this will be our first look at the newest member of the WWE roster.
I've heard this guy is a relentless fighter, but I have to admit, I'm a little uneasy about these sorts of tactics. Hostages? Is this how you want to introduce yourself to WWE?
Well, sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, Saxton. Besides, Mutiny and former WWE producer Troy Simpkin have brought this on themselves. Oh.
Hooking him up. Face buster. And Carlito might have underestimated his opponent. Super kick. Jumping knee right to the face.
Oh, man.
A consistent attack being mounted on Carlito.
Carlito has got to get his wits about him.
Jumping knee strike. Lights out.
Clearly lost in the moment. He better snap out of it. From behind. A German suplex.
A bone-rattling knee. Oh, kick right to the back. Vicious knee.
Ooh. He's getting overrun by this onslaught of attacks.
He's staring adversity right in the face now. It is his time to take care of business.
Spin kick to the midsection.
Grabs a hold of Carlito.
Oh, stop. Carlito won't come back from that. Oh, what a plex. Oh, ouch. Carlito.
Uh-oh.
He's got him down for the pin.
Makes the cover.
Raise the roof. He's got the victory.
Here is your winner, Aaron Slater.
Our former #1 draft pick can add talent scout to her resume because it looks like she just brought in a ringer after his explosive debut.
Talent scout and Warden, Cole. They've kept Troy in their custody, and it looks like Mutiny's going to have to come up with a plan to spring their sniveling suit.
I can't believe my plan didn't work.
We both thought Mutiny actually cared about Troy. But like they said, I guess he's just a worthless twit.
Hey, I'm standing right here. And I'm just as shocked as you are that Mutiny didn't ride in on their white horses to save their prince. I wonder if I can get my old job back. Can either of you put in a word with Triple H?
We need to find something NXT actually cares about to lure them into a fight. Otherwise, they're going to keep dodging us.
What about their precious Unity Tag Team Championships? If kidnapping Troy didn't work, maybe we could title nap those.
You might be onto something there. But how are we going to find out where they're broadcasting from?
I could help with that. If you put in a good word for me.
Yeah, sure. What can you tell us?
I may have been on a group text that mentioned the undisclosed location of their shows. But first I'll need reassurances.
Troy, disclose it. Now.
Okay. Fine.
Another successful Unity title defense for Lexis King and JC Jane.
Hang on, we have some visitors from the Raw and SmackDown side.
How'd they find out where we are? Did you tell them, Saxton?
It wasn't me, but they're taking the fight to the champions.
Good. It's about time.
It looks like we're going to have an impromptu brawl on our hands. This is an incredibly bold move to come down here and bring the fight to Mutiny.
It's bold and brilliant, Cole. Attacking in an undisclosed location, the Unity champs were totally complacent. They let their guard down, and now they're paying the price.
I still can't figure out how they found us. Do you think my phone might have been hacked? And if so, do you think the Mutiny would hold that against me?
Enziguri finds its mark.
Oh, it's gouging the eyes.
That was a vicious display. You could almost see the disdain in their eyes.
That was just wrong.
Setting up for something here.
Alexis King takes a vicious buckle suplex.
And JC's nailed with a stun gun.
The champs are down.
Where are they headed now?
They're grabbing the Unity titles.
I think they're leaving with them.
And the champs can't do anything about it.
They've come in here and stolen the NXT Unity Tag Team Championships. I love it.
Score one for Raw and SmackDown.
I saw what you did by invading NXT's secret location and acquiring their Unity championships. Bold move.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We've known each other since we were kids.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, and besides, when it comes to...
We understand your stance, but we don't have to agree with it. We're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Here are the borrowers of the Unity titles.
You gotta love the swagger to walk into this arena holding those two belts they didn't even earn.
Hey, they are the current Unity Tag title holders. It's just in this case, I mean that literally. They are holding the titles.
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles. Lexis King and JC Jane have successfully defended their Unity titles multiple times, and you can bet they're itching to reclaim their stolen belts tonight.
Yeah, but those defenses were practically gift-wrapped with hand-picked opponents in favorable locations. Tonight, they face a real challenge.
We will see. These two new allies have a history, but the big question is, can they gel in an official match and walk away with some hardware?
Jumping knee drop! So precise.
Ooh! Oof. Looks like they're looking for a neck.
No! Forearm to the base of the skull.
Now a big swing of momentum against King.
Lex is unable to use his wide arsenal here.
Bang! Crucial counter there.
A string of counters.
He puts him into the corner.
Oh, what a boot.
Working in perfect cohesion, the champions have a strategy in mind.
Snapmare takeover. Pow! Oh, God, terrible position to be in there. Putting up a united front as this match continues. Tag made. Oh, my God! Right back into their own corner. How can the challengers put up a fight in this situation? What a headbutt. Vicious.
She decides to tag out.
Getting the tag could be the momentum.
Locking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lex is king with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
Is that the producer who was wrapped up in all this?
I think so. Seems like he's working against NXT Mutiny now.
Hold on. Spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down onto JC Jane with the cover.
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Troy, the producer.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you used that goofball Troy to find where Mutiny was hiding and then win their Unity titles. Well done.
I guess Troy's show of loyalty in our match was enough to get his job back.
And we discouraged Mutiny from trying to hide from us. They said from now on, they'll be back at the Performance Center.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldous and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
We spoke to him, and he insisted it's what's best for business. I guess we have to take him for his word at this point.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any Mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?